cover about the one particular value on the DNA, which is attention to detail, or detail matters. And I know why it happens, because we're all doing 10 times what our probably normal brain capacity can actually cope with, because we're so busy. So I just wanted to have a bit of fun, because it's Monday, but also then try and use the time to try and find and discuss ways that we can try and have better attention to detail. First of all, I'm going to play a game just to warm us up, because we're probably all asleep and no one's seen, apart from Amy, ain't got coffee. Have competition. So we're going to see, I'm going to play a clip from the film. Jack's already told us he's hot fuzz. At the end of it, I'm going to ask 2 questions. Yeah? Whoever can, if one person gets both, actually I don't think that's going to be fair. Basically, Domino's is opening today, and all being well, whoever wins, I'll get you a Domino's for lunch.
Oh, I don't have my lunch today.
Right, Mitch will judge. It's the first one to put their hand up to win the pizza, and it's a large as well.
Nice.
During the chase through the street, they jump over a car. What make was the car?
Georgie.
Georgie was first. At the start of the clip, when they're in the supermarket, next to he's in an aisle, and next to him is a brand of chocolate. H was. Fucking hell. She did. Impressive. That is good. Well done.
That's the only brand of toilet roll.
So Georgie's getting pizza. So, just open discussion. Why do we think that attention to detail is in our company DNA? Well, morning everyone. Good weekends? I haven't seen the stats for last week yet, but in general, what was the feeling of the week as a whole? Was it a good week?
Well,
yeah, but it was an uncontrollable. We could just control the controllables.
But other than
Yeah, because we weren't cleaning them, but we'd never been shown to clean them, had we?
No.
Yeah.
So he's ordered us a couple of the little cleaners, which
Right.
we literally just scrape over.
Is that something we should be cleaning daily now then? Is that what he's recommended? Or shout out to Holly for absolute clearance on Friday. That was amazing. So that's brilliant. The different people, I think it's great because we could probably get maybe ahead. I don't know where we're busy. Where are we busiest? Like, is transfer quite busy?
At the moment, transfer's quite busy, but only because of all of the DTFs have been like pushed back.
So in terms of today, the next couple of days, anyone worried about anything? So it's Monday and we are in the office. Had a busy morning. We had an early start and we done a little training workshop for the sales team in the meeting this morning. So love doing things like that because I really think it uplifts people. We tried to make it a little bit of fun for a Monday morning because it is Monday and everyone was in early at 8 in the morning. So we done a little game, a little bit of a quiz. That reminds me, Anya, will you just jot a note so I don't forget? Competition, I'd get a Domino's for lunch.
Okay.
So I just need to remember to organise that in a minute. But yes, so we done that. It was a little bit fun. It was all around. It was we done a session specifically around detail matters, which is one of our core sort of DNA values, and around how just missing a tiny little attention to detail when in the sales team day to day can have detrimental effects because we're dealing with wholesale big orders. One little tiny mistake can cost thousands of pounds to both us but also our customers. So we've done a little interactive session around that. We were talking about how we can pay more attention to detail and create more concentration time blocks for people when the phones are ringing and the live chat's going and everything's going crazy. So that was good. Done the production huddle and then I spent the morning with Anya and we've been going through sort of the diary, looking at the week ahead, planning out the week. Quite a productive morning. And then I've just had a delivery, which I've been waiting for ages, which is the seen this advertised so much, and I finally took the leap. It's called Whoop, and I've always used Apple Watch. But this is one of the things I never used to prioritise, but now do like a lot, is seeing the value of getting the right amount of sleep. Because I've realised with the right amount of sleep and that the energy and how I feel for the next day, whether I have a good day or a bad day, is hugely impacted by my sleep and my recovery, both mentally but also physically, obviously going to the gym and stuff. This Whoop it's a watch, but it's not like the traditional watch. It doesn't tell the time or anything, but it tracks. I mean, I'm not very scientific, but long story short, it tracks your sleep at night. So it tells you how many hours good sleep you've got, what your recovery's like. It monitors your stress. I don't know how it all measures different heart and stuff like that. But before I committed to it, I've done a lot of research, and lots of athletes and people have done loads of really in-depth scientific research on it, and the feedback seems to be really good. And it tracks so many different things: stress, sleep, recovery, and things like that, which are all things that I need to worry about in my life, and I need to prioritise because that impacts how my job, how effectively I lead the organisation and look after the team here. So I've done it, and I'm really excited to wear it. I'm be a bit sad to see the Apple Watch go for a while, because the Apple Watch is good at calories and stuff like that. This I think it does still track that, but not on your arm. But I'm looking forward, to be fair, of not having the distraction of the Apple Watch that buzzes when I'm like in a meeting or doing something I need to focus on, and it's buzzing telling me to stand up, or telling me to answer the phone or something like that. So I'm quite looking forward to that. But yeah, let you know how it goes. I just wanted to, because I know Mitch gets pulled from pillar to post as well. So, and I just thought it's been a whirlwind, isn't it? How long have you been here now?
Month, I think.
Is it? But
Mitchell might think differently.
no, I just wanted to mostly just make sure you, first of all, were still happy and enjoying it, and you know, big thing was just to see, obviously, as you've got further into it now, just to see sort of what your biggest frustrations are. If there's anything we could change, is there anything you would like? Oh, it'd be good if you could just tell that I want the customer to go, "Oh, that's good of them." So I'd listen. We'll halve the cost for you if you're redoing it.
And
that's what I want to do. Only in house, yeah. Because if it's outsourced, that'll be obviously.
So what sort of other challenges do you think? Yeah. So talk Taylor through that.
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just making some notes, but go on.
So a couple of, by the way, the customer shouldn't just. I mean,
Just makes us look silly, doesn't it? Yeah. Why are they going to lie?
Really
But then it's going to have to be a free strike rule with these suppliers. If they're quibbling over that, if they don't align, if the suppliers don't align with our values on how we handle a situation when something's wrong, we need a free strike rule. You get 3 chances. We told you how this is our DNA, this is our values, this is how we look after our customers. If you're a supplier partner of us and we're spending hundreds of thousands a year with you, and you're not playing and agreeing with us, and it's a fight to look after our customers, at the end of the day, with these suppliers, it's supposed to be a partnership. If they're not going to play the game, we just have to get rid. Yeah.
You know,
them. Yeah.
There's a few of them.
I just think we
I agree, we can try.
before we pull all the work, I just think that we should give them a chance and ask for a face-to-face meeting. We explain our frustrations and from our point of view and what it's causing, and then after that point, if it persists onwards from there, we have to say, look, we did warn you. We've explained why this is important for us and the vision of what we're trying to create as a brand. You can't, partner with us on that. So then I kind of need to prep for this next meeting now.
Yeah, I just need to run through this because I'm very, very, very concerned.
So just had a really good meeting with Mickey in our order success team, after sales team, and it was really good just catching up with her. She's been with us around a month now, and I love to be involved with that and just try and get a feel for how we're doing in terms of looking after customers, because sometimes in our industry things do go wrong. and we wanted to invest in creating a team and a department that specifically is like customer care when something has gone wrong. So sort of after delivery, if there's any issues with the product, delivery's delayed, something's caught in customs, anything like that, we've got a dedicated person and what will soon be a team of people that are really there for reactive, very quick, responsive, and can delve into things and look after people and make them smile again when the chips are down. So. It sounds like it's really going well. We're just coming up with some ideas of little software and system changes and builds we could get implemented to make Mickey's life even easier and give our customers a better experience. So yeah, really good meeting. And now we're just about to dive into a web team catch up, sort of a bit of a meeting on like a bit of a sprint as to where we are, what happened last week, what's going well on the project, what we're up to this week, next steps, actions, to keep that project really moving forward, because we're hoping and praying for a beginning of July launch. So yeah.
Was it fun?
Well, no, I must admit, I'm really glad I've done it. But the first, I think 40, 50 seconds, I think it is, obviously you're just free falling. And I think he said 120, 130 miles an hour. And that was not fun, I'm not going to lie. Like my ears, I thought I'd lost my hearing. They were just stinging, like popped. You know, like when you go up in the air, but this was another level. And and as a muppet, I went up in a t-shirt, so my arms are out, like my skin. But once that parachute opens, and you go, boom, it's actually beautiful. It's so silent, and you're just slowly like. But that initial, and the worst bit was when they're like hanging you over the edge of the plane, but not actually going. So you're like, and you're just free falling. Right, Phil? Yeah, he's in there, mate. And you're like this, but you can see down, and they're like, yeah, just put your head back, don't look. And I'm like, and the wind's going. But it was the adrenaline when that door opened, and then there's like a buzzer that goes, zzz, and you know. All right, I'm going now, and it's too late. There's no going back. But I'm really glad. I must admit, I'm really glad that I did it, and it was for a good cause. But what I did say is, I don't think I would be the sort of person that gets up on a Saturday and go, should we just go jump out like for charity? Yeah, but not for just. So just got back. I got my new Whoop band on that I got. Although it says it can take 4 days to collaborate my sleep and understand me. So I have to see how that goes over the next few days and see how what it tells me about my sleep and performance and everything. So that'll be interesting. Pretty good day. Very meeting heavy. I spent sort of the morning with Anya and everything, and then this afternoon and just lots of other internal meetings. Some of them I couldn't film. There was a few delicate things that I was handling. But yeah, we had a good meeting with Mickey and all this I keep saying all this after sales. That was really good. Made sort of those 10% improvements there, and if we can try and do that monthly, I think it'll be really good. I've got a late one tonight. I've got quite a few. I've got a Teams call at 8 p.m. and I've got about a project that I'm working on, and I've got I want to go back. We had a couple of new people join the team today. Again, I didn't sort of show a camera in their face on their first day. Some great people. I'm really excited to see how they progress, actually. Very exciting. And we've got another lady joining tomorrow, apparently. And we have tonight, I was told, a new guy joining our night team in production. And so I want to go and meet him. It's his first night tonight, and he starts at 8 p.m. I won't be able to get there for 8 p.m, but I'm going to try and get there for about 9 p.m. And just meet him and thank him for being here and let him know that my door is always open. And yeah, just get to know him, find out a little bit about him. I think he's joining a printing team. So Adam will look after him tonight, and yeah, I just want to pop my head in and see him and say hi. That's good. And then I want to try and get back and get a good night's sleep so that my new Whoop thing doesn't kill me off. And then, yeah, no, do it all again tomorrow. Today was a long day because it was like a 4:30 start and it's, you know, sort of going to be like a 10 o'clock finish. But it was a good day. It was very operational, sort of, you know, improving things, onboarding, sort of spending the day with Anya, getting her up to speed with my diary, looking at the week ahead. And then, yeah, just trying to find improvements. We're working with the teams, just looking at different things, trying to speak with people, move things forward, move projects forward. We had a good web team meeting. We are looking like we're on track for the end of June, beginning of July launch. And that's been like a year plus in the making. It feels like 2 years, but I think it's more like a year and a bit. So that is bloody exciting. And still a long way to go, but we'll get there. So that's Monday done. So it's Tuesday. Pretty tired after last night. I didn't make the gym this morning. I just prioritised a bit of sleep. It was a late one. It was a very long day yesterday. So in this morning, it's about 7:30. Just cracking through some emails, a bit of an email block. Just gonna do a little bit of journaling, just sort of plan for the day, get some thoughts down on paper. And then we've got a fairly packed out day. I've got some business planning to do this morning for the second half of the year, just to kind of review the business kind of strategy and plan that we've put in place with all the financials for at the beginning of the year. Obviously, now just see if anything's changed, because plans always change, you know, all the time. And so I'm just going to be making some little tweaks to that for the second half and getting that sort of prepped and ready, just so we can make sure everything's on track with that. I've got an insurance broker coming in today to meet us to look at some of our insurances as a company. As we're growing, I feel like we're more vulnerable. You know, the bank hack that happened, which was episode... I'll put a link somewhere to the episode. But yeah, that was pretty scary, and it's made me realise that we really need the appropriate business insurance in place for not just your standard public liability and product liability. We need more, you know, cyber and all that sort of stuff. So I've got a chap coming in who's been recommended to us, and myself and Anya are going to meet him and just have a look over what they can offer us and what support they can give. And then got some planning and strategy for a new division that we're looking at opening up within the team. Well, like a new sort of team internally, which just some initial thoughts on that. So I'm going to have some sort of deep think time on that. Then yeah, just calls, and tonight we've got our production team meeting, which has been moved to a Tuesday because tomorrow night I'm going to be travelling to a hotel because I'm going away to a conference. So the production team meeting is tonight. So, in true Taylor fashion, missed filming the majority of the day. I'm beyond excited because I think we've taken the decision that we are going to get a full-time media camera videographer person to join us in the next couple of months, as soon as resources allow for it, to really take this whole documenting thing seriously for us, because I think it's great. We've had some amazing feedback, and I think it's great for us as a business to be able to look back on the journey. And so I'm excited because at the moment, like this morning, some really good things have happened for us. That would have been probably really interesting for people and good to document. Some good meetings, good conversations, and good stuff. But we've missed out on recording them because it doesn't come naturally to me to just be whacking the camera out and documenting it. I'm in the moment. I'm following my diary and I'm running the business. It doesn't come naturally for me to just do this. So I normally find that any time I kind of remember to jump on and actually film is when I'm not doing anything particularly interesting. So I've had some good meetings this morning though, so I do think that when we have somebody working, sort of focusing on that with me, things will improve. And we will document a lot more, and the quality of this will get better. And I think that it will become more interesting, and we'll have more to look back on. So that's good, and hopefully that does continue. If the interest and the progression of this continues the way it is, then 100% I think it makes sense that we invest in that. So it's good. But yeah, I had a really good meeting this morning. It was good. It was positive, but it was one of those meetings you kind of wish you didn't need to have. So we were reviewing all of our insurances as a company. Oh my God, I mean, the things that, the insurances that you need in this day and age in the most messed up world. The stuff that you need to be covered for, cyber attacks and, people suing you for this, suing you for that. And it's just horrible. It's just weird. And it's just things like this people don't realise. Like, they think that starting a business is this really attractive, sexy thing. Genuinely, they do. I've got close friends who think that I live some sort of dream life, and I honestly can't tell you. You couldn't be further from the truth. It's the most stressful, time-consuming, mentally draining, horrible thing most days. There are more bad days when you run a business than there are good. And I genuinely believe if you speak to anyone who's truly running a business, and not just, I don't know, like I used to, wash cars as 14-year-old and stuff. I mean, anybody who's genuinely running a business, who has a team, who has suppliers, customers, it's not this big attractive thing that everyone thinks it is. It's genuinely the most overwhelming amount of pressure and stress that you could ever put yourself under. I really believe it. I truly do. And I've met a lot of friends who are people I would now call friends, who run businesses, have started businesses, are in very senior leadership positions within businesses. And it's really not for the faint-hearted. And when you have to sit in meetings and you're told, yesterday I was having a conversation where I was told that if we are not careful, we are rewarding our staff too much with nights out, incentives, vouchers, doing good things, putting on summer party and that. We're going to go over the threshold that the government allow us to have. And if we're not careful, it's seen as too much of a benefit to the staff. We then have to start paying tax on that amount. And I just was like, and they were like, so yeah, the tax, do you want the staff to pay the tax on that, or is it for you to pay? And I was like, sorry, I'm just hearing this right. We're being penalised for rewarding people with nights out, rewards and incentives and culture related stuff to make the company a better place to work. And then I think it's because it's 2 days on the trot, and then today I've had this meeting where it's like, yeah, well, you need to be thinking about this, and you need to be thinking about being insured for this, insured for that, and if this person does that, and oh my God, like, it's just, yeah. So, ran over, but I just think, and this is one of the reasons, it's not really the reason, but it's one of the things I've learned since doing this, is that I've always followed people and documenting the journey of building their business. So I've watched, I used to follow years ago people like Stephen Bartlett and Gary Vee and people like that who have documented their incredible journeys of building their businesses. And I used to love it when I was really first starting this, and it used to drive me, motivate me. But what I wanted this to be is I want this to be more honest and real around actually not just showing you all the great things where it's, oh, this exciting meeting and we've got this client and I'll look at all of our team and our offices and trying to, you know, that's not what I want to do. I really want to document, for my sake and for other people, the reality of trying to build a business and all these lessons that I'm learning along the way. You know, I used to think, oh, as you get bigger, things will get easier, and I couldn't have been further from the truth. The stress gets bigger, the problems get bigger, the risk gets even greater, and all while that's happening, you have more people thinking that you're like up here, when the reality is half the time you're down there. It's just weird, very, very weird. Not a rant. I should never moan, because I should be so grateful for the position that we are in. But it's just so many people, including me, have such a misconception, I think, of what the reality is of running and growing a business. So just, yeah, all I would say is think that one through. If and when you're on the verge of deciding to start your own business and go alone, it has so many most amazing, rewarding things about it, but it also has some bloody horrific things that I wouldn't wish anybody to have to go home and sleep on at night, put it that way. But yeah, onwards and upwards. Some good meetings. They're good for our team, protecting us for the future. It's very good. It's very important. And this afternoon I've got some strategy and planning around new divisions and new teams and things that we're building. And then tonight we are having our production team meeting. Exciting, going to push forward. We've got quite a few new faces in there tonight, but I think, and looking forward to getting them in and getting to meet them and getting to hear what they've got to think, what they think about their first week being in the team. Yeah. So and then you need to have in your head. So if 10 people got 15, that's 150. Yeah. So you are every day.
Above that already. He's on 21.
Yeah, so the minute he hits, so that's my problem. That's the thing. That's where maybe that's where you've got to have now a strategy of, right, so what's going to happen to the overflow? And then if it don't work, we test and measure. So next week we measure it. Oh, that was a good week. Oh, okay. And over the course of 5 weeks, if every week the figure slightly changes, you will find the sweet spot. Because you're monitoring this daily.
Yeah, but I just think if you don't say to people, because they'll just think, oh, it's quite a day. I can still do my robot mode day.
Because you've got players in there that are doing it, and you've got players that aren't. Where did the red light quotes go?
They've got plenty of people to do it.
Don't believe that. I don't know. I think you need to just test, measure. I've not got the answer. You've not got the answer. Try 20 a day. We'll review it. Finally here. And Liam, who also can't be here, but and that's just because we've grown. Thank you, Zoe. That's just because we've grown, and where there's more machines, there's more people. Some of the systems and processes that work for us all as a team, like a year ago, and then when there was only a few of us, don't work when there's a lot more of us, a day team, a night team, and lots more things involved. We want to be better than, as a team, we want to just be trying to get better than yesterday. Every single day, those 1% improvements, we want to always be getting better. Getting better means that we keep our customers happy. It's less likely for a competitor to take a customer away from us. It allows us to keep growing the business, which means keep growing the teams, which means more progression for managers, supervisors. But I just want to do a very quick refresher and just let the room explain. I'm not going to speak because I do enough talking. And we're going to, one person who has been here longer is going to explain for the benefit of Katie and Ben what each one means in our team, so that they are not under any illusions about our culture and the way we work and the way we think. So Liz, she's just dying to talk. She's going to tell the guys what be better than yesterday means in action. Good morning. It is Wednesday. We are in the office, and I'm quite looking forward to today. It's been a very meeting intensive week so far. So most of my day today is in meetings, but they're quite exciting meetings because they're on the business for the future. And weirdly, all of them seem to be around discussing with people new departments and teams that we're looking at opening up. which is really, really exciting. And over the next sort of 6 months, we're really looking at, as we're growing, and because we are looking at everything we're doing long term. So we've never looked at, when we've grown this business, we've never looked short term. So day to day, we're very, we run very short term. We're quick. We try and be fast as much as we can. But in everything that we do, we take a long-term approach. So when we try and work with a customer, we look at it as lifetime value rather than the value of that one job. And so when we work with people, when we partner with people, we look at everything as lifetime, and we want to hold that relationship so that it's leveraged time in investment in working with people, in onboarding people, in partnering with new suppliers. If we work with somebody, no matter whether it's a team member, an external partner, or a customer, we want to be with them almost for life. And so, it's a good way of looking at things. And what it does is, because we look at things over the long term, it allows us to make investment decisions, and decisions that you wouldn't normally make. You sacrifice profit on certain things. You sacrifice, and you just looking at the bigger picture really helps us, and it's never steered me wrong. And so, I'm working on things today that probably we won't see the real financial benefit of for maybe a year. But I think that's the stuff that gets me up out of bed, and that's the stuff that excites me, because I know that I'm building for tomorrow, and I have an incredible team that are working on the today. And quite frankly, I'm not very good at working on today, because I'm a very big picture thinker. I'm always dreaming and vision, dreaming, and I'm thinking of the next big thing in my head. And that's the stuff that excites me, and so that's the stuff I'm passionate about. And so why would I not focus on that? And then there's people that are just so good at leading today, being on lots of different things, working on different, very much being able to keep people morale up, motivated, that sort of stuff. Whereas that, I'm better at other things. So I play to your skill set is what I try and do. So yeah, I'm working on those today. I'm not sure of how much of it I'll be able to film. So it might be a little bit of a loose day, but yeah, no, it's exciting. It's a very intensive morning of lots of different meetings around different departments, and trying to create these new areas of departments that even a year ago I would never have imagined us opening, to be honest. But I think the way that things are going, the trajectory that we seem to be on, and I think the way we can keep that momentum going is by going against the grain a little bit and doing things that other people aren't. And I think that's sensible. And then late afternoon, I've got to head in the car to Essex, and I'm going to a conference. So I'm staying down there tonight, and I am going to try and get to the hotel, smash through some emails and some work, get some thinking on, get up tomorrow, do the conference for the day, get back, should be back by about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And then Friday is packed by the look of it. A few Teams calls, lots of pre-booked tasks and areas I've got to work on from Anya that she's put in my diary. I've got a potential sponsorship meeting with a local company. I've got a website meeting. I've got some going over some drawings for our building extension. I've got a meeting. Yeah, so busy. Good. Gonna be a good few days, and we'll just see where it goes. But you'll be with me along the way. So it's Thursday. We are in the Blue Boar Hotel in Malden, Essex. We're down here. We came down last night for a business conference today. So it's about 5:45. Yeah, about 5:45. Thursday morning. We've got a jam-packed day of self-development, learning, and getting and consuming as much knowledge, so that we can go back and build a better tomorrow for the team and the business. So yesterday was a crazy day. So I do apologise, but filming was pretty much non-existent. So we started off the day with all the great intentions, and then I had some pretty in-depth meetings with a few new sort of people that were potentially joining the business, and looking at moving roles and creating new departments within the company, for new projects and things that we're looking at kicking off over the next couple of weeks / months. And I found it really difficult to, when I'm in the moment there, I found it really difficult to keep remembering to set up the camera and try and document it. So frustrating, because in hindsight, it's one of those things you look back and you wish you could now, document and have the vlog, but I didn't. And very soon we're hoping to have a full-time videographer join the team, so that hopefully we can make sure every single day, and all the best bits of every day and the great things to look back on are documented. So we're working on that. But yeah, we had a pretty hairy day yesterday, so we had all that, and then there was, at long last, our Tajima embroidery machines are being installed. So Katie was working with the guys getting all that set up, and then she's having the training on the new machines today and yesterday. So that was great, saw those come in. It's great to see the new paper bag machine and that service that we've launched. That's really starting to get some traction now. So we saw some orders going through that yesterday, which was really good. So yeah, no, it was a good day, but just really intense and loads happening. And then I had to make sure I was trying to get on the road by about 4 o'clock, because I was trying to miss as much traffic travelling from Norfolk down as I could with that sort of rush hour traffic, because I knew I had tons of work to do last night, and I didn't want to get down here at stupid o'clock and not get the time to do that. So we drove down. I was non-stop calls in the car, so a lot of people I hadn't been able to touch base with during the day. In the last couple of weeks, I had some really good calls. It's been really interesting, actually, how many people have reached out to me as well that have been watching the vlog. So other business owners and people within companies that have just wanted to jump on a call with me, and just chat about, things that we've learned, lessons we've learned, things that we do well, things we don't do so well. Yeah, it's a little bit mad, but it just shows that these videos, that's just me kind of trying to document what I do day to day, actually helps people. So it's quite interesting, really. So yeah, that was that, and back to back in the car. Got down here about 7:30 last night, so it wasn't too bad. Cracked out a ton of work, got a load of bits done, tried to get a decent night's sleep. My new Whoop that I've got has been trying to push me to go to bed. It's still getting to grips. I think it takes about a week to actually understand you properly. But it's been trying to push me to go to bed earlier so that I get the optimum amount of sleep. So it says this morning I'm like 70% recovered and ready for the day. So I'm not at my optimum, but I'm pretty good. So yeah, I've got about 2 hours just to crack through as much as I can, sort of backlog of things that were sort of after meetings yesterday. On my assistant's task list, she's got loads of things that needs responses on. So I'm just going to go through and approve some things and give her some direction on some stuff so she can crack on today. Respond to some emails, because I'm kind of going to be off grid today whilst I'm in a high learning environment. So I love doing things like this, and I'm trying to push more of my team to do things like this as well, especially kind of like leadership, that sort of stuff. I want people to be going out learning and improving and gaining that knowledge. So really doing that. Good day, and then we're going to fly back up tonight. We're hoping to get back up by about 9 o'clock tonight. Get a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow we've got a jam-packed day of more internal meetings, pushing things forward, looking at some of the big projects. Going to try and show you guys tomorrow the Tajimas and see how Katie's got on. We've got getting them up and running and off to the races, so that'd be exciting. And yeah, go from there. So again, probably not going to be much filming today, because I'm probably not going to really have the opportunity to film the conference, because I kind of want to be there learning and consuming for myself. But yeah, we'll jump on later tonight and see how we got on, and then yeah, onwards and upwards from there. So good day, just got back. It's about 7:30ish, something like that. And yeah, really good day at the conference. Learned an absolute ton. My brain is frazzled. So we just got back. I thought I'd take Ralph out for a little walk. Whilst it's a nice evening. But yeah, no, head's frazzled. Met a lot of really good things. That's the good thing about conferences. You actually end up meeting a lot of, you know, like-minded people, and I really believe in that sort of stuff. You sit around a table, you know, not only consuming all the knowledge from the conference, but to be around and meet people from all different walks of life, but that all have similar visions and goals of where they're trying to go, and they want to be building for a better tomorrow. So always come out of those things feeling even more pumped up and excited. Got loads of things to go back and implement with the team. So yeah, no, really good day, but I'm going to definitely sleep well tonight, because yeah, long drive, a lot of driving. Was a late one last night trying to get everything sorted, but yeah, all round a good day, and ready for tomorrow. Busy Friday, back in the office. I'm going to do it all again tomorrow. And I just clapped tyres on this bad boy, which just looks stunning. So I just must have been running it as a test, I think maybe on the night shift or something. But yeah, I'm really, you know, it's our new, fairly new DTF machine, which we just recently got not too long ago. But the quality of the prints that it can bring out and the detail is just stunning. So it's Friday, we are in embroidery. Come back yesterday, Katie finished the training and on setting up of the new Tajima machines, so it's well exciting. Come back this morning, she's done a load of samples and test garments, some really nice examples she's done. So I'm looking forward to catching up with her this morning, because I've been waiting, it's been a long time coming getting these bad boys in. And you know, the quality of what they can do. They've got like this auto tension, I don't really understand it all, but they've got this auto tension business going on, which by all accounts is going to make the quality of our embroidery even better than it was before as well. But not only that, we've gone from, you know, just a few heads to a ton more now. We've got a, you know, test one, you know, 9 heads here, so it's really exciting, and excited to see them and get some really nice work through them for our customers. How are you guys, more importantly? Are you all right?
I think so.
Yeah, how's the arm? Yeah, slowly?
Yeah, slowly.
You look well today. Not that you don't normally look well, I just mean you look quite...
Yeah, I don't really know why.
Good. With the mechanics of it, so that tomorrow I can spend the day, right, okay, this is what she said it should do, does it do it? And then then I can start to map out like the journey and everything. It'll be good for me to find out if there's anything else anyone needs from me, really to see how we're all going, and just really just try and move things forward really, and see what the biggest bugbears are and what's going well, I guess. Under as the full web project list, or yeah. Yeah, I saw that, and that becomes the default image, and there's no way of changing that.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I think you said we need to agree what the hell's going there.
Yeah.
Could push, if we're around the time of year of Christmas, we could push Christmas. If not, like, how sort of concerned are you in terms of, like, say, getting to a point where it matches in terms of content what's on the, so not necessarily new, but getting everything across. Okay, cool. Yeah, is that you? Yeah, that's been your, for your sins, that's been your focus, I guess.
It's pretty much done. It's just me.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, you haven't been taking anything or anything, have you done it already?
No.
Are we happy with that? Like, is that
There was the spreadsheet
for her to finish?
was doing,
Yeah. Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, very well. Thank you, mate. Very well.
But no, we are getting there, mate. Just been just literally running around like a nutter at the moment. But yeah, getting there.
Always have been successful, mate. Unfortunately, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's yeah, just the way it goes, I suppose, isn't it? But how's things with you guys? I spoke to Paul the other night. He said you got a hell of a lot of exciting things going on, which is good.
Yes, it's.
So it's Saturday. We are in the office. Had a really productive morning so far. Got a load of bits done that I need to do in life, like haircut, been up to the gym, done all that sort of stuff, and then got ourselves in the office. Got a fair bit done already, which has been brilliant. And I was feeling really positive. And then Anya's left on my desk a bloody... Well, it's a joke, really, to be honest. So it's from the HM courts. So effectively, we've been summoned. It's a court summons. And they're trying to take me to court on the 19th of July. And I just think it's an absolute joke, to be quite honest with you. It's a load of rubbish. I mean, it's effectively, they're trying to say that we haven't paid our business rates, which is an absolute load of waffle, because we have paid our business rates, and it looks like it's like 6 odd grand's worth of charges that supposedly we haven't paid, even though they're charges that go up to 2024. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. They're trying to charge me court fees. That's just an insult. So obviously I can't deal with that today because it's Saturday and they'll all be off. But yeah, it just winds me up, stuff like that. Like to send me a really aggressive letter saying that they're taking me to court and I've got to be there at 12 o'clock on this date. And I just think it's a joke. We're always, you know, we never don't pay our business rates. We always pay, you know, business rates, taxes. We pay everything on time. We're very good at it. It's something we pride ourselves on. And I just think it's an insult. And what annoys me more is that a few years ago, when we first started out, if I'd have received a letter like that, I would have, you know, been quite worried, and that would have kept me up at night. And I would have been stressing about that if I'd have come in on a Saturday and seen something like that. And years ago, things like, not this exact case, but I've had similar things. And things like that now, I think probably because of the amount of grief and stressful situations we've been through over the years of building this business, things like that don't bother me anymore because, you know, I know that we're fully paid, and I'm just going to have to, you know, it's going to be a stupid long phone call we're going to have to sit on to explain. But, you know, I feel like being bloody compensated when people do these sort of things because I just think it's an absolute insult. You know, and it's funny enough, I have similar things with my TV licence at home. I get hounded and hounded and hounded. We're sending an officer to inspect your property. You haven't paid your TV licence. And I keep getting these aggressive letters, big red things. I know full well I've paid my TV licence. And yeah, funny enough, long story short, come home, was sitting there the other week, bloke turns up, knocks on the door. Yeah, well, I've been sent round to have a look. I went, well, I've paid. Oh yeah, I can see you've paid. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Like, if this was an elderly lady or an old couple or somebody that was vulnerable or genuinely took these aggressive sort of letters from these people to heart, I dread to think what, you know, deserve to be bloody compensated. But I mean, we understand, you know, mistakes happen. There's admin errors, but this is like they've gone to, you know, they're not messing around here, and there's summons costs, and that's just, you know, if you're not there by dead on time, having a laugh if they think I'm turning up to the court. I think it's an absolute insult, and yeah, so it's wound me up a bit, and it's wound me up because I know that, you know, I think business rates and that are an absolute joke as they are. The amount of other taxes and everything that we pay, I think they're way excessive. You know, I understand where the money goes, but I think it's a lot, and you know, we're a good taxpayer in the area. We support the community and that sort of stuff, and for the local council to, and even if, let's just say, for example, we did need to pay some extra business rates or something had changed, because I appreciate that we are a constantly changing business and we're taking over extra properties, and there could be that, you know, we do need to pay some extra, but to have had no other contact, just a straight off the bat summons to court, I think it's an absolute insult. So, sorry to rant, but yeah, it's wound me up. So, gonna have to deal with that on Monday, and that's that. But other than that, I've had a good week. It's been a productive one. It's been a little bit, I don't know, nothing that exciting, I suppose, has happened this week, especially on the vlog. But all in, we've had some of which we couldn't film, but we have had some good meetings, and we've pushed some stuff forward with some new teams that we're opening. And and that's been exciting. The web team are absolutely smashing it. You know, they're doing so well, and that website and that whole new sort of system and that new customer experience is really coming together. And I'm spending some time today actually running some tests as if I was a customer as well, to sort of just find any little. I want to try and break it. So I'm literally going on the sort of test site, and I want to try and attack it in every way from the mindset of a customer, and just see what happens. So I'm doing that. That's good, and yeah, it's actually been a good week. We had the conference, learned a ton from that. That was really good, and that was a great day of investing for the future in terms of going away and learning, bringing that stuff back, implementing it. And anyone who's not putting, you know, at least one day a month minimum into going out and learning, doing a course, you know, self-development. I mean, you just need to. It's just an absolute no-brainer. I've been really amazed actually as well this week, especially for some reason this week. I've spoke to so many people that have contacted me on, you know, on the phone, on LinkedIn, even on YouTube, and like, I don't know, just expressing support for the vlog, and I don't know, just chatting to people about their experiences and what they're struggling with. And it's mad how much these videos resonate with people, I think. And, you know, all I'm trying to do is just document it, mainly, you know, part of it's selfish reasons, because I like to look back, and I think it's nice for the team to know what I'm actually up to and what I'm doing, but also like for us to look back as a team, go, God, 2 months ago, that's where we was, and they were our challenges, and now look, and that sense of progression. But what I've actually started to find as well, like, is it's helping a lot of people, and people are going, oh, I've picked up that trick, Tay, and I've implemented that, and it's like, makes me feel quite good actually. That makes me, you know, put a smile on my face that this is, you know, it's a win-win, because it's great for us, but it's also great because people are implementing things, and hopefully picking up on things of mistakes I've made along the way and things we've implemented for the better, and they can, you know, put that and deploy that into their business. So talking of that, a book that I would strongly recommend is this. Especially, it's just called The Discipline of Thinking Time. It's by Keith J. Cunningham. Absolutely amazing. One of the best books. I'm only about halfway through. I'm not even going to spoil it. Just, if you are in a senior leadership position, if you are running a company, anything like that, or genuinely if you just want to go seriously far in your career, I think it could be beneficial for anyone. So I would really strongly recommend get yourself on Amazon and get that book, and get your head into it, because I've picked up, it's really changed my mindset and the way I'm thinking, and giving myself the discipline of thinking time. So yeah, all in all, a good week. Been really pleased. Going to crack on now, get a ton of work done, and that pretty much wraps us up for another week. There's quite a bit going on next week. Cody's back, which is great. He's been on his holiday, which is exciting. So we've got some stuff to push forward with him from an operations kind of standpoint. We really want to get our expansion on our sales and marketing building going. So starting to get the contractors together with that, working out getting all the plans drawn up, starting to get those people booked in and final things approved. So I'm going to get Cody sort of steaming ahead on that. Quite a busy week, pushing forward with different things. I'm doing a little meeting next week with a company, just discussing the journey. They want to find out a little bit more about what we've done and sort of tips and tricks, and that's good. Got our monthly financial meeting, middle of every month. Got that kind of meeting to review. A couple of exciting big projects that we're looking at, potentially do we, don't we kind of thing. So looking at that, and it's just, another exciting week. I'm buzzed. I'm, going to have a rest tomorrow and then do it all again next week.